Good afternoon. Welcome back to another video working on the Toyota Echo. Today we're going to work on some fuel system stuff. Last video I did most of the exhaust. Last night I actually finished off the exhaust, but once it's up in the air I'll show you the rest of that. At the moment it's just a bedding on the ground. I'm not feeling very flexible this morning. But yeah, we've got here 10 meters of dash 6 fuel line just from Raceworks. We're going to get that into the car. Just run it along the bottom of the floor, which means I have to connect these two here, down around to there. Just going to go, where is it? The bulkhead. The bulkhead will go through the floor about there. That should be enough away from the exhaust, I believe, but I'll double check that. And yeah, unfortunately I don't actually have enough fittings to do it all, so I'm just going to do the underfloor stuff. I don't even have both bulkhead nuts at the moment. I mucked up, only ordered one. Don't know how, but it happens. So yeah, I'm just going to do what I can, get all the floor stuff done, get it all mounted under there, and yeah, get the fuel cell mounted first, I guess. Measure that up. Already welded on some brackets onto the fuel cell, so that's good to mount now. I just have to measure that distance from the strut on each side, make sure she's even. I mean, honestly, I can actually bolt the top hat down now. There's no need to keep that loose anymore. It's kind of all coming together, to be honest. But yeah, it's exciting. Like, how can you not be excited walking into the shop seeing this? It looks bloody good, even if the bumper is just sitting in place. That engine is good. It's actually holding water too. But the other ends of the fuel line, we'll have one here that'll go the whole way back, and then the bottom of the rig as well. Now I can nip all the fuel lines up. That really finishes that section off. It means I can do wiring. It means when the wiring's done, I can add fuel, oils to the engine, and there'll be no excuse to start it. I'm trying to finish off everything before I do wiring that'll stop me from starting it once the wiring's done. Obviously there's some mechanical stuff I still need to do, but it can wait, you know. Just chasing that mid-build motivation, that little bit of oomph to keep me going. Yeah, been bloody busy on customer stuff. I'm feeling a little bit burnt out, and I'm just trying to keep the progress alive. Up in the air, and we can see that finished exhaust. Very bloody simple. Tucks up high under the diff. One mount there, up to the factory position. Another mount at the back there, and just pokes out just a little tip there. Beautiful. Hope it's not loud. Really hope it's not. Otherwise I got another muffler I can chuck in here, another resonator. But we are hoping that's not the case. Up the top here, you can see I've got two bulkheads poking through. One with a nut, one without. One without, I'm going to have to fight a little bit, I dare say. But we'll deal with that. So these fuel lines are going to run around the outside above the camber arm, so I have to pop the wheel off to work with this. From there they're going to go up along here, out around on the inside of this chassis rail, so they're out of the way, up here. One is going to the fuel rig just there, the other is going up to the top line. So that should be nice and simple, one end each, and job done. What I'm going to do, got the Raceworks dash 6 line down here. Got the 90s already on the other end. The big decision now is I just choose what end to start with, which is easy enough. I now put one end on, feed it through, cut it to length. When I'm feeding it through, I'll just run it the lap it needs to go. Then I'll do the same with the other one, and then we secure it up. Pretty easy to secure it up as well. So what I have here is a whole heap of pipe joiners, tube separators, whatever you want to call them, just the Raceworks ones. They've got M3 bolts holding them together at the moment. That's not going to be big enough. What I'll do is drill them out, put some M6 bolts in it, and then I can put some rib nuts on the floor to secure the lines together up in position. Make it look tight, make it look safe. Do them about every 300mm just so it's nice and secure. How is that? Two fuel lines. They will. I need to pull the wheel off, maybe even the coil over to bolt. I should be able to get it just in front there. They will run through. That bolt that clamp is in the right spot. I gotta change the bolt, just don't have any long enough in the style I want. This will get tucked right up against the floor, and obviously those dangly lines will do the same. But as far as I care, it is all in the car. This one here will run up behind the throttle body, sit nice. I'll probably have to set that up from the top. She's pretty much coming together for fuel lines, but I'm not feeling it today. So I'm going to do a couple more of these brackets and we'll keep continuing this maybe a little bit more today. Most likely we'll take over tomorrow and get into rolling these back guards, start on a bit of the wiring. But yeah, it's every step. Sorry, I just thought my welder was on when it shouldn't have been. Every step is just that step closer at the moment. There's 100 little jobs. I have to start writing them down soon. Just everyone knocking it off makes a big pass because the fuel lines are huge. Getting them done is a win. Just like that, we have fuel lines. You can see there the feed tucks in nicely, runs up underneath, the return there. Wish it wasn't so in your face down there. Or if you can see it. I say it in your face, but really you've got to be looking down at it. I just want it a little bit tidier if I could. Lift this car up into the air and show you what I've done underneath. Feeling pretty successful. I would have liked one more joiner, I think. It's just one spot that's got a little bit of a droop in it. And I probably could have positioned the clamps in a slightly better spot to stop it, but another clamp will fix it. I'm happy. Fuel lines are all but done. Well, especially working with the fittings I've got, waiting on the rest to come in. Next step's going to be wiring. I mean, there's a lot more steps, but the one's going to be wiring. I'm looking at the front brakes going, they're not it. I really want to put some Brembos on this, off something maybe like an Alpha, but it takes a lot of stuffing around to work out building your own big brake kit. Especially one that'll nearly be bolt-on, working out the rotor caliper combination, well, working out the caliper that's going to bolt on first, because at the moment she's tiny. But yeah, I'd love to put a bigger brake under there. You've got spoke clearance to worry about, you've got mounting pad on the back, and then you've got working out the rotor size. So it's always a little bit of a challenge to work out upgrading. I've had a few lucky ones in the past. Here we are. Fuel lines. So you got a clamp up the front here. I don't love how that goes there, but I didn't want that to be any slacker because it goes past the steering shaft. It goes under here. These still have to be fine-tuned. Get rid of the slack out of them, but the hardware is changing. The spot I don't like is right here. I don't like that divots. But if I put one more just there, I'm happy with that. Which I probably will do. This one here, not the most ideal, but I already used a bolt that was already there, so it can stay. And then it goes up, around, over to one underneath there, and then it's just got a little bit of slack there. I'll chuck a cable tie around those, or if you can see it, there we are. Chuck a cable tie around those ones. These still need the nuts tightened. Well, one needs a nut, but yeah. We got fuel lines. Obviously not the final, but as close to that as possible. So exhaust done, fuel lines done. Next up we'll be rolling those bloody guards so I can fit the wheels, and yeah, wiring. I'll probably take the loom home with me tonight just so I can prep a little bit. Bit of downtime sitting on the couch while I'm watching some TV, prep that. And yeah, next up we'll be wiring. So much wiring to do. It's all part of the fun. Things got out of hand as they do, and the car is off the hoist and the ride height is set. How good is that? Still got to play around with the wheel alignment at the back a little bit. Might even need spacers, to be honest. The wheels are tucked a little bit more than I expected. Rolled the guards a little bit aggressively, but it's a job for later to fix that. How good is that looking though? First real glimpse into the look of this bloody car. If we go underneath, if we can. See that clearance there? Exhaust to ground, plenty. Oh. Sorry, I'm feeling a bit bloody tired today. But I am wrapped. She is looking good. Can't wait to drive this bloody thing. Really can't wait. Last night, got myself a little bit more excited after seeing it looking like that. Bloody hell. Let me know, drop a comment below. Is this how you would have built your Echo? Because fuck, this has got to be the world's best looking Echo at the moment. Vits, whatever you call them in your country you are. So you got excited, got the Heltec looms, divided them all up, stripped out the wires I don't need. So that is the R3 loom, naked, separated, and the PD16 loom breaking up into 3 parts, the centre of the car, the front of the car, and the back of the car. But today's mission, I'm happy if I can just get the R3 loom in, positioned where it needs to be, and cable tie it. Maybe I'll do the centre section of the PD16, but I don't want to pull the front guard off. It's a bit of a mission. I'm just not feeling that today. So if we can do a little bit, the R3 loom by itself, that's enough to start the car. I don't need the PD16 loom to start the car, just that. Mind you, I do need a few other little pieces to start it, and we're not quite there yet. Would be nice, but yeah, we'll get this knocked out, get the loom built. If I can measure it all up today, which can't see why I can't. It's pretty bloody quick usually, half hour to an hour. Dividing it up last night, it took me hours to get it right, get everything separated, get the loom all planned out, get the wiring map. So if you do see wiring charges a little bit higher sometimes, it takes a hell of a lot of time and planning. For my own car, it's a little bit easier because I know exactly how I want it. I've been setting it up over the last, I don't know, probably a month even. But yeah, for a customer car, planning is one of the biggest steps, and it can definitely take a long time. So let's chuck this R3 loom into the car, get it mapped out where it needs to be. I'll have the laptop next to me so I can see all my wiring allocations, and try and run the shortest routes tucked away and really out of sight, because I do not want to be able to see this bloody thing in the car as much as I can. That's it, right? Just chuck the wires at the engine, job done. I bloody wish. What do we got here? Not too many. 20 to 30 wires, some 12 volts, some signal grounds. It's not too bad. There's actually not too much going on in this engine. But yeah, at the moment, coming through the hole over there, somewhere down there, yeah. And I just have to work out what's going where, cut cable tie, cut it to length, job done. Just going to look a lot smaller in a couple of minutes. From spaghetti mess in the car to not many wires at all. They have all been trimmed up. Yeah, I took the throttle bodies off, the trumpets off. Make it easy so I can get to everything. But yeah, it's all trimmed up. Hope I haven't forgotten anything. And there we are, the mess. That's all the bits that have been cut out. I'm not doing the PD16 loom today. This is enough. See there, the wires chilling in the cabin. This bloody module. I need to get the right one for this bloody column. I'll message around some wreckers later, I reckon. Anyway, not sure if this is the end of the video, if I'm going to show you the loom completed yet. Depends how the next couple of days go. At the moment, it's too bloody hot in here. I'm off to get an ice cream and relax. Enjoy, guys, in bloody joy. Well, hot damn. It's been a busy few days in the shop. Finished off some customer jobs and made some time. I have managed to get the loom done. It was a bit of a mission. It definitely took a little bit longer than I thought it would have. But yeah, there you see it. It's tiny. I need to get that into the car. So give me a few moments, I'll chuck this in. I'll probably have to take my time. It's actually very tight fitting in the engine bay. But when we jump into the car, you can see the battery chilling down here on the floor. It's still got to get mounted pretty much up on the firewall. Got a fuse box hiding behind there. Just elbow to the door frame. It's just temporary up there at the moment. Got to run a lead from that out through to the starter motor, that out to the alternator. Got to chuck the car back up on the lift too, run a ground from the gearbox to the chassis, obviously one from all the ECUs to the body as well. So there's a little bit of work to do, and you never know. All going well. We'll get the throttle at least calibrated today. Hopefully my wiring for the pedal is right. It's just a bit of a gamble that the online bloody write-up I found was right for the Yaris pedal. So there was not much information on it, and I didn't want to probe it properly. So I just took a gamble that what I had was right. Get that in there and maybe start it. If I do start it, it's only going to be on brake clean, as the fuel system, I'm still waiting on a few fittings to finish that one off. So I've got to ghetto it, and the fuel system wouldn't have power as that's all done through the PD16. So let's get this loom in there. Let's chuck it at it and make shit look real. Bloody hell. How good does that look? Oh, I'm excited. All the loom's on. That's the engine with its full loom. Everything is on under there. You can see a vacuum cable going a bit messy. Things are kind of just chucked in place. Nothing's cable tied. The starting loom is a little bit messy. You probably can't see it through the manifold. But I'm ready to chuck some brake clean down. I've just done a quick crank, just a quick one to make sure I've got full trigger sync, and I do, which is bloody awesome. I didn't have to adjust anything, which is even better because everything's kind of fixed. Like, it would be hard to pull apart. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to gamble, you know. I'm going to make sure nothing's loose that's going to fall into the trumpets. I'm just tightening up the throttle, what do you call them? Yeah, the trumpet nuts, so they don't fill into the throttle bodies now. And I'm just going to chuck some brake clean in there, and I'm going to just wing it. Adjust the TDC by about 50 degrees or so, and just see what happens. Take you guys along for the ride, and I'm either going to get a bit of a bang, because I don't have a fuel system yet. So I'm either going to get a bit of a bang, and it's going to sound bloody cool, or it's going to be real anticlimactic. I have to have the ECU off to do this, otherwise the throttles won't open. That sounds like it might be about the right amount. Let's go ECU on, and just hope for the best here. Alright, so that didn't want to start, but it was like the timing was 180 or so, probably 360 degrees out. So I'm going to chuck some more timing in and hope that we've got some more fuel still in there. We're at 75 now, so let's call that 400. To see if we just get some better life. It's like it's... Let's go down. Let's not get so far ahead of ourselves. I'm just going to chuck some random numbers in, just try our luck. Not sounding great. Hot tip, if you're going to do your timing, use a light. Make life easier. Alright, first attempt to fail. Let's go again with some more carby cleaner in there. I'm going for 3 quick squirts, nice and even into each one. Not ideal, really. Let's go ignition back on and see how we go. Give it some throttle, give it some air. Not ideal. Let's go right up there. Let's start at bloody 650 TDC and work our way down. Let's go. This is not a fine science that I'm working. There we are. That was nearly it. Do you reckon I've got enough fuel? Probably not. Do I have oil pressure? Yes, I do. 65 on crank. That's not bad. Got 580 degrees for my TDC. Ignition off so I can chuck some more fuel in there. Oh, I hope that you guys can actually hear me. It's a bit of a bloody silly setup I'm doing now, but this will be it. So let's go for the first proper intended startup. Now we've got TDC set. Well, not set, but close. Fuel in. Bit of a bloody walk around to get in there, but let's try this. Key on, bit of throttle. I think that's about all the fuel I've got. But yep, that's a clean rev, that's a win.
You gotta love when things work out. I mean, I trust my wiring 100%. It was just the cam and crank sensors that I used, because I made my own cam sensor just working off the cam, and the crank is working off the timing belt pulley. So I was a little bit dubious of that, especially because I was counting a picture to see how many teeth I had. But that's a bloody win. Starting on brake clean. Next video we'll have the fuel system done and it'll be running bloody properly. It's awesome. I've got oil pressure, which is good again because I built this motor. That was the first start of its life. Yeah, I am rapt about that. Probably start it once more and film it on my phone, but couldn't be happier.